After that, I need to send message to Commissioner of Defense, Tukuru Usman Gusau. He is the one of the send the aeroplane to come bush to bombing and boundary bandit. This one is not good. So, Kuma, if you see the Fulani, the Nigeria all is the House of Fulani, not the one travel.
For the first time in a long time, the equation in Zamfara has changed completely. The forests are burning, their hideouts are no longer safe, and the men who used to terrorize entire villages are now the ones begging for their lives.
Right, everyone, welcome to Post Media Services. Now, the fight against terrorism has taken a new dimension as unconfirmed report stated that bandits are seriously under pressure from the airstrike of the federal government-led forces. Now, as it is, in this video, we shall present to you these comments from the bandit leaders appealing for government to soften their airstrikes. Of course, this could be seen as a propaganda video or a way of distracting government from doing the needful. But of course, if we look at that particular video, a lot of things will come to mind, bear in mind that this banditry is now moving towards other part of the country. But I want you to watch the video and then I'll come back with my take.
After that, I need to send message to Commissioner of Defense, Tukuru Usman Gusau. He is the one of the send the aeroplane to come bush to bombing and boundary bandit. This one is not good. So, Kuma, if you see the Fulani, the Nigeria all is the House of Fulani, not the one travel.
For the first time in a long time, the equation in Zamfara has changed completely. The forests are burning, their hideouts are no longer safe, and the men who used to terrorize entire villages are now the ones begging for their lives. The headline you saw is not just a rumor. It is the reality of the new military strategy that is shaking the Northwest to its core. We are seeing a massive shift as intensified airstrikes by the Nigerian Air Force have pushed the bandits to the breaking point. Reports are flooding in that these groups, who once boasted about being untouchable, are now reaching out to President Bola Tinubu and the Nigerian army, pleading for a ceasefire and calling for dialogue. They are saying, stop the bombing, let's talk. But the question is it too late? We have to look at exactly what triggered this sudden desperation. It is called Operation Fansama. Throughout late 2025, specifically in November and December, the military turned up the heat. We are not talking about the occasional patrol. We're talking about precision airstrikes that have decimated major camps in Tefe and Maru local government areas. Just this past November, the air component executed coordinated strikes that destroyed a major terrorist stronghold in Sauri camp. They didn't just scatter the bandits, they destroyed their logistics, their motorcycles and their supplies. When you take away a bandit's motorcycle and his food, you take away his power. The result? Panic. We have seen viral videos and audio messages circulating where some of these bandit commanders are sounding very different from their usual arrogant selves. Instead of threats, we are hearing pleas. They are claiming that they are ready to lay down their arms if the government stops the aerial bombardment. They are asking for peaceful coexistence. It is almost ironic to hear men who made farmers abandon their lands now talking about the need for peace. But security experts are warning us not to be fooled. This cry for dialogue is likely not born out of genuine repentance, but out of survival. They are being suffocated by the military pressure, and they need breathing space to regroup. And speaking of key figures, we have to talk about the notorious Bello Turji. Just days ago, around mid-December 2025, Turji released a video that has everyone talking. He admitted that he had engaged in peace talks with the Zamfara state government in the past, but he was quick to deny allegations that he collected 30 million naira. He swore by Allah that he never received such money. But why is he speaking now? Why is he trying to clear his name and talk about peace initiatives? It is because the walls are closing in. The military has declared him and others wanted, and the airstrikes are getting closer to his doorstep. His cousin and key commander, Dambokolo, was reportedly neutralized earlier this year, leaving him vulnerable. Toji knows that the current administration in Abuja is not interested in the tea and biscuits approach of the past. In fact, the federal government just sent a very loud message that dialogue is not on the table. On December 22, 2025, the Federal High Court in Abuja granted the government's request to reopen terrorism charges against suspects linked to Bello Toji. These are his financiers, his logistics suppliers, the people who buy the drugs, the uniforms, and the weapons. By reopening this case, the Tinubu administration is telling the bandits, "We are not coming to talk, we are coming to prosecute." They are cutting off the supply lines while the Air Force destroys the camps. It's a two-pronged attack that has left the bandits with no option but to beg. Now, before we discuss whether the government should listen to these pleas, I have a quick question for you. Do you trust these bandits? Do you think the government should pause the bombing to listen to them, or should they finish the job? Let me know in the comments. And if you are getting value from this update, please smash that like button right now. It helps us get this news to more Nigerians. And if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next update on this war against terror. The situation in Zamfara is particularly tense because Governor Dauda Lawal has taken a hardline stance. Unlike some previous administrations that engaged in amnesty deals, Governor Lawal has consistently said no negotiation. He believes that paying bandits or signing peace deals only funds their next attack, and he has been vindicated by the recent military successes. The fact that the bandits are begging shows that force is working. When they were comfortable, they kidnapped over 300 school children. Now that they are uncomfortable, they want to talk. It's also important to note that this isn't just about Toji. Other kingpins like Ado Aleri have also been feeling the heat. In September 2025, there were reports of a dialogue meeting in Faskari where Aleri promised peace. But many Nigerians are tired of these promises. We have seen this cycle before. They beg for peace, the military stops, they regroup, buy more weapons, and the killing starts. The peace they want is often just a ceasefire to restock their armory. The plea to President Tinubu is a direct attempt to bypass the aggressive stance of the military chiefs. They are hoping for a political solution to a military problem. But President Tinubu has given the service chiefs a mandate to end insecurity, and the current intensity suggests that he is not calling them back. The jets are flying from dawn to dusk. The Super Tucanos are doing exactly what they were bought to do. So, as we watch this play out, the ball is in the federal government's court. The bandits are desperate, they are squeezed between the Air Force in the sky and the troops on the ground. Their logistics are cut, their camps are burning, and their leaders are being hunted. The plea for dialogue is the last card they have to play. But for the families of the victims in Zamfara, for the farmers who cannot go to their farms, and for the travelers who fear the highway, the only dialogue they want to see is justice.
Looking at this particular video, of course, it's a propaganda video which a lot of people may not give into whatever the bandits are saying. But of course, if you look at the way things are now, it all started mainly from Zamfara and key northern part of Nigeria. But we are having these bandits down here, and then it's getting closer. And as it is, Kogi West and part of Kwara are feeling the heat of the bandits. That shows that the airstrikes are beginning to destroy the enclaves in key northern part of Nigeria, and they are beginning to come down to southern part of Nigeria as it is now. They are in the middle belt of Nigeria, and then the truth of the matter is that state government are doing a lot to curtail these people with the setting up of a regional security network geared towards moving into bushes and other enclaves these bandits are known to occupy. I'll keep you posted. This is Post Media Services. I'll see you in another video.